Hello, Mayhem Makers. Welcome to our very first Mindy's Monday Mayhem Tips. Or maybe it's Mindy's Mayhem Monday. If you know anything about me, you know it's always mayhem. If you've never experienced our location, come see us in downtown Snohomish, Washington. That's where we're located. We have a 17,000 square foot building. But for today, we're just at my home studio. And the hope is that every week I will come to you live and give you tips, tricks, new fun things that are going on at the store. Just kind of be here for you guys as we kind of keep navigating 2021. It's already been kind of a crazy year, and I just felt that maybe I needed to kind of come to you guys because not everybody can come to me at the store. So I appreciate all of you joining in today. Like I said, it's our very first one, so bear with me. We're just going mayhem style. So I thought I'd start simple, and then please feel free. If you have something you want me to show you how to do, binding, foundation paper piecing, special rulers that you have, different inset piecing, you tell me what you want to learn, and I'll see if I can tackle it for you. I've done a lot of different quilting in my lifetime. I've been quilting for over 25 years. So I've tried a lot of different techniques and played with a lot of different tools and all those kinds of things. So for today, I'm going to keep it a little simple, but just shoot me an email, mindy@quiltingmayhem.com. Tell me what you want to see, and I'll gladly add it to my list of things to talk about, because I'm going to just kind of keep coming back every Monday and talk to you just about all different kinds of things. So, oh, Miss Sharon, yay! Miss you. Thank you for joining. So a couple things that are new at the shop. I'll start with that. We just got in today, and I don't know that the employees saw me sneak out. We had these for, we did some Shannon Cuddle virtual events. These are 2-yard cuddle cuts. Oh my God. I wanted to take them all home, but I only stole 4 of them because I do have to take them back or find all the different quilts that they need to be applied to. So just so you know, these have been super awesome. I love it because we don't cause this huge mess at the counter cutting them. And they come in these lovely, gorgeous, different colors and textures. So this is an awesome teal, and you can see it's got some texture to it. We also have it in this, look at this gorgeous red. It is so hard to find a good red. And they're just throw size. So if you're doing a throw quilt and you're super tactile like me, snag this guy. You slap it on the back, easy peasy. And then they also come in animal prints. So this, I don't know if you can tell, it's got kind of this like deer print in this lovely gray. And then of course, I don't know why, this is my favorite, but this kind of cow print. This one may not show up back at the shop. Don't tell my employees. I may have to find a quilt around here to use with it. And I just love them because they're a fabulous size. It is just 2 yards at that 60-inch wide. So they are wider, not your usual 40 wide. So throw size, this is the way to go. And hey Liz, thanks for joining. And Carol, oh my gosh, I don't know that I can read that much, but I love that you're here. So just keep joining along with me, because you know, if you know me, you know I like to talk. So I'll keep telling you all kinds of stuff. Graphic jam. Okay, there's glare. There we go. This is the sew along we're doing. This is our shop kit. We do not have our kits yet. So if you've signed up for Graphic Jam block of the month, I don't have the actual fabric yet, so just keep being patient. It doesn't actually start until February 15th. And so every month what will happen is you'll get billed for your block of the month and instructions. And then Miss Katie, my partner in crime, if you've been at the shop and met her, we're pretty much interchangeable. We look fairly alike, and both pretty much, we just know what's going on most of the time. She definitely knows more than me lately. But she'll be running it. We'll get you a Facebook group that's private that you can join in. Hi, Deanne. Darn it, my employees have logged in and they're stalking me now. Now I have to behave. But Katie will run a Facebook group. She'll do live videos. We save the videos. We post them to YouTube. That way you guys can watch them from home if you're not a fan of Facebook. And that way you can just keep following along. She'll show you how to do it. Graphic Jam is a foundation paper piece. If you're afraid of foundation paper piecing, join in. Katie will teach you that it's really not that difficult. We have an absolute love of foundation paper piecing because it makes things precise. And once you get into the rhythm of it, it's not scary anymore. And it's just, I love it because it's somewhat forgiving in my opinion, once you get used to it. So definitely, if you want to tackle that, if that's on your bucket list for quilting, do it as a block of the month. Sign up for Graphic Jam. You get the fabric, you get all the info, you get Katie and my support, and definitely just kind of keep you going. But otherwise, my focus is I just will want to show you different cool things. So I thought maybe today I'll just kind of show you my home setup. So I didn't get to clean before this. It's all my last minute planning as usual. So please be nice and forgiving. But I thought I'd at least try to awkwardly show you my layout here for my sewing studio and just a few of the things that I absolutely love for quilting, some of my tools. So if you've taken any of my sew-alongs, the 4.5 by 8.5 creative grid is one of my absolute, it sits right here at my table. It's my go-to for everything because it fits most projects for trimming and cutting and all of that. So, and if you don't know creative grid, it's got grippy texture. So where all these dots are is a texture grip to keep it from moving around on your fabric. So the one thing I love about creative grid is they all have that. And they have rulers for everything. They have triangle rulers and specialty rulers and then just nice basic go-to rulers. So my 4.5 and 8.5 and my 4.5 are the ones that just sit here and live at my station along with non-quilty stuff and other stuff. But we'll give you kind of the basic idea of my room. So I'm going to see if I can kind of take you for a pivot with me. So here's my lovely sewing machine. This is my Tula 770. I love her very much. And unfortunately, they don't carry them. There was a special edition. But right now what we have, which is, I swear, even better. I haven't quite given up on my Tula, but it's very tempting. The new special edition this year, the Bernina 790, has a lovely kind of purpley peacock. It's very Quilting Mayhem logo color-esque. And not only is it just a beautiful machine with luggage, it comes with a free Bernina 480 machine that matches. So you get a big machine that sits at home like this guy, and then you have a little travel guy that you can take to retreats and classes and things that is free. Free. I just don't understand. And how they give away free machines. But it is awesome. So, ooh, and Linda said she just got a 770. Yes! Awesome. They are great machines. This is definitely my go-to baby. Oh, and Cindy, you've got the 570 Tula. I mean, they're great machines. All of them, any size, they're fabulous workhorses. I've had Berninas for about 15 years now. I started out with a little 440 and it was a workhorse. And I only really gave it up because I became a dealer and then I could have bigger and better and prettier. So we've got some specials going. Please make sure you're on our email list. You can go to our website and join the email because every week we tell you what new specials, new fabrics, new tools. It just keeps you up to date with all the fun things we're doing, all the sew-alongs we're doing. I know a couple of you guys on here are in my sew-alongs that I do every month. So if you need a weekly dose of me showing you how to do mystery quilts or some specialty quilts, we definitely have more of those coming. I have a February mystery coming, so you're welcome. Join in on that. And those have been a lot of fun. Those I think have kind of kept a lot of us sane through COVID. So absolutely join in. It's an inexpensive buy-in. You can use your own fabric or you can have me custom make a kit for you. I love doing those. So feel free. You can give me hints and then I just custom pull for you. Also in my room, let's see if we can see this. And this guy here, oh my gosh, I know you can't see it up close. So this hobby holster, I brought it home to do social media posts to show how cool it is. And it also never went back. Yeah, a lot of things that come home don't go back to the shop. I have my Zirkle pin holder here. I'll take it off. It's kind of holding everything, so you do need a weight, but this just has these pockets, and so these are my go-to tools. So I have my add-a-quarter for foundation piecing, my 45 Olfa rotary cutter, and then my OSD stiletto. I have my Tula snips. Just all my basics that I use sit right here. And then my Zirkle, this thing, I love this thing. What's nice about this, I don't know if you can tell, most of the time I have one kind of pin going one way and one kind of pin going the other way. And I kind of tell you about it if you're at the shop. And I just love it. So it holds this holster right at my table. And it definitely is just my go-to. It just sits here. It's dirty. I told you I didn't have time to prepare. Nothing new. But it just, all my stuff's right there. I grab it and I've trained myself to put it away. So highly recommend. I know we have a couple of them at the shop. They're great. Oh, Miss Diane, you want to know if I'm doing BU this year? So far, yes. We're supposed to go to Dallas. Not sure with COVID. It may become virtual. But there will always be a BU. They figured out how to do it virtual last year. So yes, I will be doing BU, because we love BU. It's where we learn all the new stuff. And you know, as we always do, we like to share what we learn. So we definitely try to participate in all the dealer trainings that we can. So Cindy, beginning quilting. Yes, Judy is teaching beginning quilting again. It will start in February. Go to the website. Go to calendar, so quiltingmayhem.com, calendar, and you should be able to find it. Usually Judy teaches it either on Thursdays or Sundays. So, and she just brought us a new sample that I love. It's so cute. So if you come to the shop, ask to see the new sample. I think it's hanging. So yes, beginning quilting is a staple. We have to pause a lot of classes because of COVID. I apologize. Not my rules. State rules just changed to 6 people. So we are in February going to institute some small classes, but unfortunately some of my bigger classes, Mayhem makers, some of those kinds of things, are just going to have to wait until we can have more groups safely, because of course we are always trying to keep you safe. So, and we miss you too, Sharon. I do love you. So, and Betsy, I am so excited to see you here. And I promise, I will talk about the Bernina Q on one of these sessions. So if you ever want to see our Bernina Q series long arms, I do have a video out there that shows you the 16 and the 20 sit downs. But I'll feature one of these to talk about all the long arm machines, so that Betsy still keeps loving me, and I love having her as an educator. So hopefully if you haven't done one of her events, we'll do another one. We'll have her come back. So because I love long arms, especially Bernina ones. They're just lovely. So, and Linda, 101 on the 770. Yes, reach out to Deanne, Deeann at quiltingmayhem.com. She does Mastery 101 virtually, so she can get you the lowdown on all of that. So, absolutely. Other things I have, Tula snips. I have all kinds of scissors. If you ever ask me about tools, and other things, here, we'll show you. I have tools for days. Tula scissors my family can touch, you know, the ugly ones that I don't care if they touch paper with it. Friction pens for days, stilettos, purple thing, all kinds of things I'll start featuring every week. So if you see something that you really want me to feature for you guys, that is my plan, is kind of just start running through all my tools and things to show you how to best use them, show them what kind of things I actually apply them to, because yeah, you end up with those tools in your room and you go, why did I buy this? Why do I have this? They told me I could do with this, but I can't seem to figure it out. So like I said, reach out to me. Tell me what you want me to tell you about, and I'll gladly do it. I love to have ideas of what you want to hear. Otherwise, you know me, I'll keep talking about stuff and it might not be what you want to hear. So please let me know what you want to know. Joey, you want to know about that lovely wall hanging, I assume? Not my daughter's drawing, that guy. That was from a quilt swap, so I did not make that one. But that is a Jaybird Quilts mini. Not remembering the name off the top of my head, but we can get you that pattern if you want. If you're interested, it's a cute little Jaybird quilt. It's using her mini Hex and More. Another tool. If you've never used the Jaybird Quilts Hex and More, mini Hex and More, the Sidekick, I can show you how to do those. We're using them right now in the Nebula Sew Along, and if you're interested in that one, that is the one that is a partnership between Jaybird Quilts, her pattern, with Tula Pink Fabrics. And every month she does a tutorial. Then of course I kind of jump in every month and give you my tips and tricks on the tutorial, just to kind of help you out. And we have another private Facebook group, so if you need help along the way, you have access to me and Katie again. We're both kind of partnering on a couple of our bigger sew-alongs so that we can make sure everybody gets enough help. If you want to know more about that, let me know. We did add more to the subscription service. So Nebula, if you want a kit, you can sign up for the kits and get in on the entire program. So absolutely, just let us know. Go find Nebula on the website and sign up if you want. Just like Graphic Jam, just go to the website, find the search bar. If anything, type Graphic Jam, type Nebula. It should hopefully take you to the product. If you have any problems, just email us. info@quiltingmayhem.com gets you to both Katie and I, or you just me and Mindy at quiltingmayhem.com, and I'll absolutely help you out also. So just let us know. Otherwise, Denise, no, I just probably should figure out how to flip the video. I am right-handed, so this is my right. I do have two lefties in my home, but unfortunately I've had to have other left-handed people show them how to quilt, because I haven't figured out how to do that in swapping and brain work. So my station is set up as a right-handed station. So as I sit, to my left is a cutting mat. That's one thing I love. I've had this, this is a koala table. I've had this for 15 years. It allows me to have a cutting station to my left. I have my machine here on my right, and then we'll shift again. Try not to get the shake this time. And then my pressing station here, and my hot mess of books and fabrics. Those are the do not touch fabrics. Those are my specialty stash. That's the kids don't touch stash. My Tulas, and you might see there's some Heather Ross in there, and some old cotton and steel, original cotton and steel hiding in there. So that's my station. Is I sit here, ironing on one side, cutting on the other, machine dead center, looking out my front window until the sun sets in my eyes in the fall, and then I remind my husband that I still need curtains, because that's how my life is. So that's just kind of how I operate. Everybody else operates differently. Those are IKEA cabinets, if you're wondering. So nothing fancy. They're the Calyx or whatever type cabinets that have been around since the dawn of time. I just happen to love them very much. Hey Diane, I'm glad you like seeing my room. And you can tell maybe I'm a bit of a fantasy nerd. My Harry Potter Lego castle. And my Starbucks mug fetish, and I got my Yeti and guy back. I mean, you see the other side of Mindy here, so it's okay. I embrace my nerdiness. It's great. But that's just kind of how I function. I like having all my happy things here with me, as I'm sure everybody else does. You all have, I'm sure, quirky things in your room. Feel free to share them. I think it's fun. I love seeing other people's sewing rooms. Definitely, if you need help organizing a sewing room, let us know. We'll help you with anything. You tell us what you need, and we can try to help you out. I don't guarantee that we'll do 100%, but I don't know. We've got a pretty good staff with a pretty broad knowledge of a lot of things, so we'll gladly help you out. But for today, that's just kind of what I wanted to review with you guys, is just kind of what my plan is every week. I'll thank Trish for poking me to do it. We've talked about doing it for years, and I finally am getting to the point of going, Sure. What's one more Facebook video or Facebook Live? Why not? So definitely looking for your input just so that I can make sure that the content that we give you is what you really want. Because really that's our focus, is to make sure that we give you what you need, your support, your help, whether it's quilting or whatever. Quilting for me is definitely therapy. I will give you whatever quilty therapy you need, whether it's just talking fabric, talking quilting, whatever. We're here for you. Cindy, what kind of chair do I have? I have a Bernina chair. It's an older, I don't know if you can, like everything else in my room, it's also a hot mess. It's covered in my 2020 temperature quilt. It's almost done. It's like 5 more seams, I think. So I'm hoping by the end of the week you'll get to see that guy, but it's just your basic. What I like with the Bernina chair is it's multi-adjustable. The seat goes forward and backwards, and it goes up and down, and the back goes back and forward. It goes 20 different ways, which is nice. So depending how I feel, I can keep adjusting my chair. They have made improvements, so we do carry the newer ones and the koala ones, which are cool because they come in some pretty colors, wine and green and blue and a couple different color bases you can mix and match. So definitely we have some nice chairs that are definitely heavy duty, definitely better than your, Target $29.99 specials. So that's kind of how my room is. The rest of my room's it's a hot mess. I have bigger cutting tables and all my lining and all kinds of other stuff I'm sure you don't want to see. Linda, you want to know how the butterfly's coming? You're so cute. I think you finished yours, didn't you? Actually, I have my quadrants done on my butterfly. If you're curious on the Tula Pink butterfly quilt, go to our YouTube channel, find the Quilting Mayhem YouTube channel, and you'll see all our videos of what the Tula Pink butterfly quilt is. Unfortunately, I cannot get any more patterns, or I would do another sew along because I actually really, really love this quilt. But I'm down to all my sections are sewn and some of my quadrants are together. I do plan to do in the private group one more session talking about putting quadrants together, and then mine will be done. So I'm almost there. I'm just using the group as my excuse to put it off for a couple of days. You will learn, guys. I have not sure how many projects going at once, but generally I have a couple sew-alongs going at the same time, where one's kind of overlapping another, and then of course future ones coming up. So my room always has multiple projects going, so feel free to ask about any of them. I of course also have the 2021 temperature quilt going, and that's a fun one. If you want into that group's free. You just go to Facebook, find the QM temperature quilt, click the join button, and you can join in. And you can see our videos. Once again, you can also go to YouTube, see all my videos. I try to post them everywhere, so you can see how that goes. And that one's a lot of fun. You're kind of commemorating the year in fabric. Every day you make a new block. It has your temperature high and low for your area, wherever you live. So what's nice is like Diane, who's on here, I think is like in Texas. We have somebody in Arizona. I've got somebody in Alaska. I mean, temperatures all over the board. And so you're just kind of showing your temperatures for your area, and at the end of the year you have this huge quilt that shows the entire year in fabric. So it's a lot of fun to do that too. So if you need another type of mayhem, you want to join in with me, go find the temperature quilt, join in on that one. We'll help you out. I've got kind of a color palette and everything. We've got a kit if you're interested, so you can join on in. It's not that hard to catch up. The block's really pretty simple. I try to keep it easy so that all skill levels can join in. So, oh, Diane, your butterfly is going to be done? Yes, absolutely bring it by the shop. I love show and tell. Any show and tell. I don't care where the project came from, where the fabric came from, where whatever came from. Bring show and tell. We love it. Come to the shop and ask for help. We love it. Please don't ever feel like you're bothering anybody by coming in and doing show and tell, asking for help, anything. Trust me, we much rather be doing that than the busy work in the shop. I cannot explain enough how much we'd rather be helping you than all the other work that we do in the shop. So please come be with us, and show us what you got going on, because I love it. I love even the older stuff. I mean, I got projects from 20 some years ago that need to come out of hiding and be done, and if you need help with that, we'll gladly do it. If you need one-on-ones with anything, let us know. We can help coordinate some one-on-ones, depending what's going on. So we're gonna do whatever we can to be there for you, help you get through your projects, try to make your quilting less stressful. That is my main goal this year, especially my sew-alongs, is teaching everybody that we're just going to get things done. We want them done, and we want to be happy and not stressed out, because there's too much other stress everywhere else. So the goal is I'm just going to come to your home every week here on Facebook and tell you all kinds of fun, different things. You'll probably see children go by, or dogs, or who knows, in my house. But that's just how life is, and whatever we can do to be one less stressful thing for you, that is what we're going to do. So I really appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. I did a lot more talking than I planned on doing, which is nothing new for me. So welcome to me. If you haven't met me, this is just it's how I am. Just buckle up and have fun. Maybe a glass of wine. Maybe we'll start having wine Monday afternoons. But I appreciate you guys so much. You've helped keep me strong through all of crazy 2020, and you're already making 2021 that much better. So have a great rest of your Monday. Remember, if you want to learn something, just let me know. Just reach out to the shop, email me, Mindy at Quilting Mayhem, and I'll gladly add that to my list of content to talk about. So other than that, you guys have a fabulous, fabulous Monday, and just keep on stitching.